I'm not sure whose bright idea was to invite an Irishman up to talk to you all today and then tell him he's got to stop after 5 minutes. I'm not sure that's ever been done in the history of mankind, but I'll try and do it. A lot of people have been talking about definitions of marketing yesterday. That's my one, which I kind of came to after 20 years in the ad business, feeling that I was learning more about how not to do things than to do them. And I hope today I'll give you some truth behind what I think is true about that statement. I thought it'd be really cool to, if we could sort of get an Etch-a-Sketch and shape it and start all over again. That would be brilliant if we could do that, but it's unlikely. But what sort of things would we do differently, and what sort of principles would we put in place? And so I've written this thing called the, watch how this doesn't work, it does. The Stop, Start 10 Commandments, which are simply 5 things I think we should stop doing and 5 things I think we should start doing in order to transform our business and make the world a better place. So the first one is I think we need to start telling the truth. I think our business is more full of lies today than it has ever been. And I think we need to start telling the truth to ourselves, to each other, to our clients, and about our brands. The second one is to stop the bloody politics. This is not exclusive to the ad business, but it is very damaging to it, I think. We have a business that has been taken over completely by money men. And when money men run businesses, it is the toadies and the head nodders and the arsenickers who get to the top. And those people don't know what they're doing. And it is a fair assumption that in most of the big, medium-sized agencies, most of them, not JWT, the sort of people who get it, who have vision, who have intelligence, are belittled and bullied and compromised by people with no vision and no talent who don't get it. I think that needs to change. That's not that funny. But we do need to start having fun as well. If you look at Della Femina, Saatchi's, Mad Men, this guy's shop, we were the envy of the salary man, and that's kind of gone away. And I think we need to bring that back. And one of the things I'd like you all to think about and try and do is, when you leave the conference today, try and find a place in your PowerPoint presentations that you're going to be doing, all the millions of them that you're going to be doing in 2010, for a picture with a monkey on a trike. Because we need pictures of monkeys on a trike. This is mine. So we need to stop overthinking things, okay? So the ad business today takes 8 months to do one thing. We need to be doing 8 things in 1 month. Some of those things may fail, but we need to allow that. The reason it takes us 8 months to do one thing is that we're stuck in meetings all the time. We're procrastinating. 1 in 10 of those meetings are important. 1 in 10 people at those meetings get it. 1 in 10 things get done. And 1 in 100 of them are any good. That's not good. And we need to start doing something. I think, when you look at this whole complexity that we've added to our business, one of my ex-bosses, Pat Brett, used to say, advertising isn't rocket science. I should know. I'm a rocket scientist. And he's right. We've complicated things. I put a lot of this down at the feet of planning. I'm a planner myself, and I think the great planners of the world need to stand up and bring simplicity back to the gig. With apologies to the people who are from research companies, and there seems to be a hell of a lot of you here. Sorry. We're using you too much. If you put 10 people in a room, 10 people who are professionals, 10 people who know a good ad from a bad ad, 10 people who know what makes the consumer tick, and 10 people who give a shit and care passionately about the product, whatever comes out of that room needs to go straight on the air. We do not need to go and get some sort of validation from a postman or a bus driver or a housewife. And that's targeted to you, Unilever people, and to you, P&G people, and to you people in the research companies. We need to have the confidence to say, we know what we're doing here. Most people don't know what they want from advertising. We need to lead them. And we need to start doing good. This is not about the cigarette boys and the oil companies and the conglomerates that make cheesy, sugary comestibles. This is about every brand, bar none, doing good for the world with some of their money. It's about harnessing all the hot air we speak and channeling it and recycling it into something good for society. It also is beholden on ad agencies. Little thought, maybe if we stop spending so much money on increasingly irrelevant award shows, maybe if we stop spending so much money on producing scam advertising for those increasingly irrelevant award shows and did something big for society. Maybe if advertising galvanized itself to fix homelessness or to do something to help Africa. And whoever the previous speaker was who talked about branding advertising, that might be the way to do it. We just stop banging on about digital. It doesn't exist, hasn't existed for the whole of this millennium. We start walking our talk because our clients are leaving. And I never thought I'd say this because I thought the big companies were going to get this right, and they haven't. And I think now it's more beholden on people to not suffer things, but to change them. And to go out there and do things differently, and not set up a business in the hope that, you know, Sir Martin Sorrell is going to come knocking on your door and give you a blank check in 4 years' time. Do it because you care. Do it because you want to change things, because you want to care for your staff more, and because you want to be nice. And finally, we need to stop using animals in commercials. This is something since I came to America I can't get over. All the creative directors in this country seem to think that they're doing brilliant work, and if they've got an animal in it or a talking animal, so much the better. I think we're better than that, and I think as creative directors tend to say, it's been done. Anyway, that's the they're the stop-start testimonials. Thank you very much.